Hello, Jim Adams here. Today I want to share with you how I'm actually closing options. I've decided to change my strategy and I found it's improved my profits quite a bit, both in my retirement accounts and in my regular brokerage. So stay tuned. I think you're going to really enjoy what I have for you today. Welcome to the Easy Investing Income YouTube channel. This is a channel where I share with others how you can actually sell options using safe option strategies and both increase your income and your returns in your different accounts. I'm actually trading in my brokerages, earning about 2000 a month, and I've been able to increase significantly my returns in my retirement accounts. Today I want to share with you that I'm actually going to change the way I do my trading. In the past, I've let most of my options expire. Going forward, I'm going to change that. I'm going to actually look at letting the option, not letting the options, actually making the options close at 90%, or entering trades to close the options when it gets to 90% by either rolling or just closing them and looking at making different option trades. So the main reason I've decided to do this, it's looking deeper into it. I've noticed in several instances where I could have really taken a really good profit and the market has had a major change and suddenly I'm sitting at like a 70% profit versus a 90. So I've been letting some of that money slip through my hands. So in doing a little bit more research, if I close most of my options at 90%, that I can actually do a lot better with my trades and earn a little bit more, both income and returns. So again, I had just mentioned that I'm going to look at doing a 90% profit. I've gone ahead and I started this 2 days ago. I closed 9 positions, and let me go ahead and show you those. So let's jump into those. So here they are, and all 9 of these only cost me $55 to close. And what's amazing, let me get this out of the way, is within literally the next day, the market increased. I think it was over 500 points at one point, and I actually did two additional. I sold two additional covered calls, one on PG, and you can see them here on PG expiring next month on the 12th at 146, and I made 128 premium with it. And then I did a leap of Coca-Cola and only did one all the way out in 24 at $70. If I can get $70 for Coca-Cola in a couple of years, I'd be more than happy. And between those two, and I did both of these yesterday, I made 247, so I more than covered closing those particular options. And I probably would not have done the 119.24 with Coke if I had not closed all these. So what I'm doing is each day, let me actually show you my account. And this is you're looking at my main Schwab account. When you first go in and you see all your different accounts, if you scroll all the way to the bottom, you will see you get you'll have positions, you have equities, ETFs, closed-end funds, and then this is the area that I'm interested in. This is options. So if I open it, and it remembers what you sorted last, so this big, and we're primarily looking at options I sold, so I'm not too worried about the options that I purchased. Like this one, don't worry about the 400%. It doesn't really make sense at this point. But look at the XOM and the -2, and you can see I'm already at 82%. So what I'm going to do is each day spend 5 minutes, look at this, see if anything is really close to 90. And I actually looked this morning when the market was down a little bit more than it is now, and I did have iRobot at 90%, and I went ahead and traded that and rolled it and made some good income. So going forward, I'm going to continue to do this and to actually roll my accounts. I did want to share with you guys, and if you actually hit here, I won't do it right now. You can expand it and it'll show you what account it's in. I don't think it shows you the whole account. It just shows you the last 3 digits, but you can identify which account it is and you can actually go to it from this point. So doing it with iRobot, I think I made $200 today selling iRobot, rolling the current one that's closing, or not closing, it's expiring October 15th of next, which is next week, next Friday, and I rolled that out to I believe November 6th, and was able to earn over $200 profit, which if I hadn't been doing this process, I wouldn't have noticed that. So this is a nice way for me to do this. Now, this is particular to Schwab. My guess is you can probably do this in any of the brokerages. So I think this may even improve my returns. Now, since in my brokerages I don't want to earn too much money, but in my retirement account I'm more than willing to take a little bit more risk and do more trading. I'm not so worried about taxes. So let me show you next where I stand. This is the spreadsheet I shared last week, and I've in my video last week I shared how I actually generated more cash by selling some of my positions so that I could trade and do a little bit more options trading in this account. And you can see I've actually, let's scroll down, I've actually just this week done 4 trades, and in those 4 trades, so the first one was IGH. I just rolled the call and I made an additional $160, and I rolled it from it was going to expire on October 15th, and I rolled it to 11/19. And then I did a cash secured put. I actually on AT&T, and AT&T is one I like to trade a lot. I own it in several of my accounts and like to sell puts on it. And with the market moving down so much on the 7th, actually it was up yesterday on the 7th, I was able to get some pretty good premium, all things considered. I got it. It expires on 11/5. The delta is a little bit higher, and current price is 27.1. So I believe the put was at 26. I forgot. Oh, here it is. Strike price 26, and I made $44. So already I had done 200. Then I also did a put credit spread, and I did that on Cisco. And Cisco again is one of the stocks I really like trading. It's got good returns. It's got a good return on investment, and it's a steady dividend payer. Again, it's one of my favorites. So I went ahead and I did a put credit spread with it, and it's 50 and 45. So it's not a huge amount of margin. Again, you subtract those two. So 45 minus or 50 minus 45 is 5 times 100 is 500 minus the 55. So I'm using about $450 in margin, and took a $50 or $55, and it expires on 11/19. So again, a fairly good trade, a fairly easy trade. Didn't spend a whole lot of time doing it. Next, I did, and this I did today. You can see 10/8. I actually rolled a covered call on this Wisdom Tree ETF, and did pretty well with it. $44.70. I just literally rolled it with the same strike price out from 10/15 to 11/19, and made another $44 in premium. So this I would not have done without having set up this 90% rule. I think it was closer to 80% rule, but I went ahead and I wanted to go ahead and roll that out. So you can see I'm literally 1 week into October, and I've already brought in $305, which the yearly return for that is 7.23. And that's assuming, well, I could do 305 every month, and then multiply that by 12, and it would give me a 7.23 return. Now this account return is what I looked at before ever trading options. I had mentioned it in my previous video, and it's what I've been able to earn on this account over the years, and 9.5, and in total return of 16.7. And then finally, using the rule of 72, if I divide 72 by 16.7, then I get 4.31. And my goal is before I hit 60 is to double this account. So you can see I'm actually doing quite well. Last month I think I did 6%. This month I'm already over 7%. It's literally only a week in. Now, I don't have a whole lot of cash left to trade, so I think I do have ARKK, and that's why I have ARKK here, which I'll probably trade next week. That should net me another $40 or $50. So at that point, I'll be done for this account for the rest of October, unless there's a major change in the market, and again, these also get to 90%. If it did get to that point, I would go ahead and roll it again or close it or do whatever's necessary. But you can see you can really juice your returns in your retirement accounts. And since I'm, you know, rolling these and closing them, and I don't have to worry about the tax implications, so it's a nice way to be able to actually do more trades. And again, I'm only doing the three types of trades that I've mentioned in the past. I'm doing what's called covered calls, cash secured puts, and then put vertical credit spreads. I will no longer, and I had mentioned this in previous videos, because it's the only loss I took in the trading I've done over the last year, and actually a year and a month now. I think it's over 220 trades. I've only had one loss, and that was Microsoft, and that was a call vertical credit spread. And I took a $2,000 loss when it was all over. But again, that was my only loss. I have had a few assignments, but those were both profitable. They were assignments I wanted, so I kept the stock, and I'm now selling calls on them. So let's head back to the main page. So I wanted to share that with people. I have always let things expire, and now I'm gonna stick to this 90% rule and look at my accounts and see whenever I have 90% profit. Now, the fact that Schwab allows you to do that really easily, showing you that page, and that actually represents all my accounts, so I can easily keep track. It's a page I can look at. I'm also going to see if I can automate any of that whenever. I don't know if I can do an alert where it gets above 90% that I get some kind of a message, but I'm going to look into that too. So I wanted to keep this video nice and short and just share with you that doing this kind of trading really works well. These safe option strategies, you can really improve the how you do in your accounts, your returns, as well as the income you make. And that being said, I do want to mention, and I'm doing here at the end, that if you want to make any of these trades, please do your own due diligence and be sure you understand what you're getting into. So thanks for joining me. As always, hit that like button, subscribe. I'm a new channel and I'm still kind of learning how to do this. So thanks again, and I hope you have a great day. Bye bye.